welcome to the Australian wildlife. Outback Arvos, chillin' in my room. To this Philip Drummond tune, long neck sipping, nothing else to do. It's 39 degrees on this Friday afternoon. Barbecue rap, South New South Wales. My weekend getaway, tell a few tales. No phone calls, no get mail. Just me and my room getting loose, get stale. Flies bust around daily, arms with a corkscrew hat from the 80s. Plus a dark blue singlet for the ladies. Waiting for 5 ladies to drink some beer. Letting off bungers, outback Jack here to cause some ruckus. Got a new track, come and hear it, fuckers. Oh, did I tell ya? My kangaroo lost, so can ya? Buy me kangaroo down, sport, tie me.
What in God's name?
I have no idea. Ben's the one who suggested this. Leave me alone.
I think you got set up.
I couldn't help it. It's such a good kangaroo song.
GM, welcome to Ben Body's music suggestions.
Actually, it's BD today. It's Buenos Dias today.
Buenos Dias. Buenos Dias.
All right, I think that's about as much as I can stand. GM, or BD, Buenos Dias.
The great thing about that song is that you couldn't hear any of the words that they were saying.
I only
That's
gave
true.
him 30-second vetting prior to the show. I was like, well, they say tie me kangaroo down. It's a bit of kangaroo-ish. It's called My Kangaroo. Let's go.
Yeah, it's good enough.
The amount of times that I have played a song live on the air here from YouTube because it showed up in a search for, I don't know, something like kangaroo song or unicorn song. It's staggering.
It's that's a mood. Nouns Amigos, I'm trying to get you onto the stage and it's giving me some trouble. But
yeah, same here. I was inviting them. You know what I realized though? I realized we got a kangaroo yesterday, and Nouns Amigos used to have a kangaroo as their logo. That was kind of cool.
I was going to say that. I was like, how fitting, because I was going to host. I'm like, no, RFG, you host, so I'll co. But like, imagine Aussie hosts with the Amigos there and the kangaroo.
Listen, if you wanted to,
you guys could just change.
You didn't want it.
You guys could just change spots here. We'll do it live.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Time for me to rogue the space.
Have you ever changed the driver and passenger of your vehicle while driving on the highway? It's the same thing.
Yeah. Ben, let's just trade phones. Let's just. I'm gonna throw mine really hard and hope it keeps service. Hope it keeps the space open. No,
that's actually a game we used to play with the old little tiny phones. Like I think it was like an 8310 or something at the time. We used to because they're little bricks, right? Figure out how far. Like,
some of those Nokias.
The furthest.
with the Nokia, like
amigos. We got our amigos here.
Hey, they got on stage. Nice. So
fantastic.
Let's what we're doing here.
Let's
talk about who we've got on.
¿Cómo están, los amigos?
We're good, thanks.
Do they speak?
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming on short notice.
Thanks. Thanks for.
We thought it would be fun to chat with you guys since you guys have a prop house round that just started and lots of interesting news that you guys shared on your soapbox earlier tonight. So, we'll get all into it tonight.
Awesome.
But first, there's 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on this kangaroo. Oh, never mind. As I'm saying that, a new bid comes in for 30.81. So we are back to 5 minutes, or will be shortly. So, NounsDAO Amigos, let's hear about this. I want to hear about the prop house round first. I took a look at it earlier. I know it's an open round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to talk about the story now that we have some time with the kangaroo. That when we began with Nouns Amigos, with the first proposal to kickstart the community, we chose the kangaroo as a donkey, as a burrito. So it was kind of
That's
it was
amazing.
kind of a mistake. And we just started saying it was a donkey, and in Spanish we said, here is our mascot, is a burrito. And we talked about the burrito everywhere. And then someone told us, hey, why are the people, Spanish-speaking people, using the kangaroo? And we were like, what? Is it a kangaroo?
And it was at that moment that they realized we're going to have to launch an entire collection just to change our mascot.
Exactly.
You know what else is amazing?
Yeah,
though?
so
It's all CC0. So, like, you can take that artwork and call it a donkey if you like to. That's fine.
But even better, Ben, they've got their
Yeah.
own donkey now. Look, they got a little
Yes.
burrito right there.
I love it.
There's an
I
opportunity.
love it so much.
Let's make a real donkey.
Yeah, exactly. So I think all prop house idea, it's not about the funding ideas. It's just to get our burrito to change the kangaroo and get our burrito.
Very sneaky,
So,
very sneaky.
as you said, we now have a collection with our own traits, and the burrito exists now.
Okay,
I love
That's
that.
fantastic.
I know. So I have a question about the collection. So how is the collection emission? Is it an auction? Are you using prop house? I know you're using prop house to give prizes, but are those pre-minted from an auction, or is the prop house the actual mechanism of dispersing the tokens?
Yeah, we're using prop house as the dispersion mechanism.
That's cool.
So there's no auction, there's not a drop. So what we wanted to do is to bid with ideas. So people just need to submit proposals, great proposals, and people will get the token. So yeah, it's like all waiting for new builders. And what we did here is to mint 10 tokens for 10 people, for the 5 amigos, another 5 members of the community, just to start voting in the first round. But yeah, people will earn the token with their idea. So we think that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's really cool.
So the people who did that first were DAO. So if you're not familiar with what they've done with Prop House, they've done Prop House now for, I want to say, 7 or 8 months. It might be shorter or longer than that, but anyway, they've done it for a while, and they have never done any ETH prizes. So from the very start, by the way, is an NFT project by David Horvath. It's CC0. In fact, it's the OG CC0 character even before Nouns as an NFT. So they basically started it as, you give us an idea to do something for the community, and like the top 3 from each round will get to mint the next batch of UMAs essentially. And so the entire collection of UMA DAO NFTs has been dispersed through Prop House, no other minting mechanism. After that, we had Vesselverse. Vesselverse basically did a combination where there were ETH prizes, but then there were also vessel verses for each prizes, and then there were 3 consolation vessel verses at the end. And so yours is sort of similar here to what Vesselverse has done, with an ETH prize or 3 ETH prizes, if I'm not mistaken, and then some NFT prizes for each of the winners as well. So that the nice thing about this type of thing is that everyone who wins now votes for the next round because they've now joined the community, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, Yuma was our direct inspiration. So yeah, we're excited about this.
Very cool.
Yeah, and we thought who could be best to decide who the winners will be for the next round than the last builders, because we're trying to have a community of builders, We started like that in Web3 when we were hackers. We were trying to build, to create stuff. And when we joined different communities from Latin America, we found out that this was just the beginning in all our countries. Like, people are just blowing their minds with the possibilities of Web3. So we just thought Nouns was like the best possible way to start your way in this ecosystem. So we're just very, very excited about what people are planning to create, to build with Nouns. And yeah, we just wanted them to have the financial aid and the token to be part of the community.
Absolutely. So the art itself, is it all related to different countries in Latin America and parts of their culture, Spanish speaking countries in Latin America? Is that the idea?
Yeah, that's the idea. The community helps with the trades, so we asked for them to throw a list of things that they see in their communities. Obviously, nouns, and yeah, we had a huge list. We decided to choose a few among them, and we ended up with with an avocado, with arepa, with an axolotl, with a
Ninguna, is that a Cody?
so
Is yours a Cody?
Mine
what?
is it's called cacomixtle, and it's kind of familiar with raccoons.
Okay, I wonder if
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a small.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's
I'm
very
never heard that before.
alike to a raccoon, like kind of cat, kind of raccoon.
Okay.
And I think it's in the US and in Mexico.
It looks
You
like
can find
these
this
animals
animal.
that I saw in Costa Rica that were called Cody's, but also similar to raccoons. So maybe they're cousins or something.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I wish is there like a playground or someplace where we can see all these? Because I really want to see the axolotl.
No, we don't have a playground yet. But what we do have is like a Figma file that we can publish.
That's awesome. No, I love this. I love this so much.
Cool. So
I'm also happy to hear somebody pronounce axolotl correctly because I'm used to people saying it a different way.
I think before we get too close back to the auction, we should probably explain to any new listeners what we're actually doing here, because we kind of just jumped straight into the guest, and some people might even not know what Noun O'Clock is. There's a few people sort of showing up and trying to figure out what this noun stuff is after seeing Rose Parade, and we've been inviting people to our.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I think we should introduce what we're doing here. So I can do it, or I could. Anybody could, I guess.
All right, so what we're doing today this is Noun O'Clock at the Noun Square. This is a show that we have every 24 hours and change, where we watch the end of the NounsDAO auction. So we watch when the current noun, which at the moment is noun 566, gets minted and sent away, and we watch the birth of the next noun. And part of what we do here is we actually play a game called fomonouns. We can see what the next noun will be if we time the mint correctly. So we can actually vote up or down and choose what the next noun will be if we're fast enough. So that's basically what we're doing, is we're watching the end of this current auction, the start of the next one, and we're helping pick a more aesthetic noun for the noun 567 at the moment.
Yeah.
If you want to watch the end of the auction, the best place to do that is at nounoclock.app.
And if our guests do want another kangaroo, we could mint one for them. They just have to ask.
Exactly. We could get two. Make it I don't know what it's called. What's a pod of kangaroos? I should know this.
Yeah, is the Australian asking us?
I'm just gonna say it's a pouch of kangaroo. It's like mum and
It
daughter.
probably is.
It's a no. This is I know what it's a mob.
A mob.
Wow.
That makes
They
sense.
call
A group
these
of kangaroos
nouns-
is called a
They
mob.
call these nouns of assembly, by the way, and it's just so it's the most unnecessary thing in the English language is that there's actually a scientific word for groups of animals, and there's no reason for it at all. They could all just be flocks or herds,
group.
but no, you have to have a murder of crows and a
No.
mob of kangaroos. It's basically just bored biologists, essentially.
I think it,
I have also heard there's a couple different. I've also heard them called a troop of kangaroos and a court of kangaroos, but I think 10 or more is a mob.
kangaroo court is a thing as well, actually.
These are the kind of things you can have in your brain if you are like me and you spend too much time going get through deep dives on Wikipedia.
That's how you know that it's not a necessary part of the English language when they're just like, hey, I got another one for kangaroo, and they're like, all right, add it in.
We'll use that too. I think the whole thing must have been invented by someone like Jarman, who decided to get the best one, a dazzle of zebras. I think that's one of the best ones. So he must have come up with that. Or someone
a dazzle of zebras. You know what? He made a joke about that in Discord earlier that went way over my head, and I did not realize that was a reference to a group of zebras. Well,
I did notice that joke, and I thought, well, let's bring some more context to that for the community that's around reading these jokes that might be seemingly, only known to people that read the dictionary or Wikipedia.
Ben just needs to follow other Ben around and explain his jokes for him. If you could do that, Ben.
I don't know. I like the dazzle of zebras, but I think I might like a flamboyance of flamingos more.
No.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty crazy. That is a good
Depends
one.
on what mood you're in. If you've got a migraine, a flamboyance of flamingos might be a little much.
Yeah.
I think other good ones. I think tigers are called an ambush.
What? That's crazy.
And porcupines are called a prickle. A prickle of porcupines.
No shit.
That one's one of my favorites.
That checks out. I'm telling you, man. This is like the biology equivalent of the people who name paint colors, which I don't know how they do that either, but it's the same energy.
With aplomb. While there is a murder of crows, ravens aren't too bad. Ravens are just an unkindness.
What?
A group of ravens is called an unkindness. Sorry, this is such a ridiculous tangent. There's only a minute left on the
So if you're tuning in for the first time, what we usually do here is we get together to watch the end of the Nouns auction and talk about botany and biology. So we hope you'll join us here again for random facts about biology that have nothing to do with nouns or NFTs.
Well, they're all nouns, aren't they? I guess,
Oh, there we go.
They are
They're
all
actually
nouns.
of assembly. Someone should make a collection called Nouns of Assembly, and then each group of each group of drops would be like the murder of crows, and
Oh man, this is genius! Stop dropping the alpha.
And they're all fractionalized.
Yes,
all right,
exactly.
We'll take this offline.
This is genius. Yeah.
Stop the show. Stop the show.
Stop the show.
Burn the recording.
All right,
I'm gonna mute this idea.
We've got 30 seconds left, a little less than 30 actually, on the Nouns auction. So everybody go open up fomonouns.wtf. If another bid doesn't come in within the next 15 seconds, we are heading to FOMO and we are going to play. So fomonouns.wtf.
By the way, Jarman, I saw you just entered. Ben explained your dazzle joke from earlier, so well done. I get it now.
And we're playing the feud. We are on fomonouns.wtf. So upvote, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
Floor is slippery when wet. Oh, we didn't get it.
I don't want to insta-mint another night. We've only got 6 active players in here, so
this is a dope abstract.
If you're in the space and you're not, this is a dope abstract. Apparently nobody agreed with you, but it's a dope abstract.
I always want to vote.
Hello, my name is Rainbow.
Is it that
you know what I meant right away?
That's true.
I
actually did like the abstract, but I also voted down.
In nouns, people
is that
prefer,
a pride of rainbows?
In nouns, people prefer dope extracts. That's why they didn't vote for it.
Hello.
We got nil, which is the amount of laughs I got on that joke. On to the next one here.
I feel like I've seen this noun before.
This guy's got a big chip on his
I feel
shoulder.
like we have too. Oh my god.
Watermelon circuit.
I'm not dignifying that. I kind of like this one, but it's already past Christmas, so no.
You missed it. It literally
Why
missed
isn't
its
the
chance.
globe the size of Jupiter?
There's no way it's gonna ever get minted again until next Christmas, so it's kind of sad.
Oh, what is that?
That's an otter.
Otter.
I think it's a.
That's an otter.
I think it's a donkey.
Oh.
Quick!
Let's take out frostbitten ears. Oh,
Oh my
That's
God!
not
It's a
bad.
murder.
He's lost his unkindness.
That would have been perfect.
yes.
Yeah, it's an unkindness.
He lost his unkindness.
With a
Oh,
fancy
greasy
sweater.
void.
Greasy
Oh,
void.
that's amazing. The noggins are all that gone.
The greasy void. Oh my
We're gonna get it.
God.
Ah, we got this. I reckon we got it.
That's incredible. Yeah, we had to have.
Yeah.
Nice.
I told you
The
guys.
greasy void.
I told you guys that the greasy trait needs to be nerfed because every time it comes up.
The greasy trait is OP. It's absolutely OP. The greasy void is what I turn into when I'm hungover.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
let's-
Speaking of greasy, there's a greasy peanut on Nomo. Get over
Yeah,
on
I
Nomo.
just-
Yeah, so everybody go to, we've got one more game to play because that was a really fast FOMO. So we are going over to nomo.wtf, Nomo.wtf,
And we're gonna
where we can rescue one of the nouns that we didn't get to mint during FOMO.
and also because there wasn't 30 minimum nouns in that time, there's extras here that we didn't even see. So,
Bonus Nomos.
exactly.
Choose your character. 14
Ooh.
seconds remain.
Choose your character.
There
Yes.
we go. That-
We could either get
Round one.
We could get the unkindness
Fight.
or the greasy nut. I don't know which one. I don't know
I'm
which one you got.
100% going for the greasy peanut. It's like-
I'm going for the dope abstract.
Click, 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 click.
like peanut.
So make sure you sign in with your wallet and click as fast
Where's
as you
the
can.
donkey?
And then at the end of all of this, you're going to be able to mint it for just 0.0069 ETH. And if you get it really fast, you can beat Al and make me really happy.
Nobody can hear you.
That's fair.
Who's on the trash can?
I am a trash can. What?
Not moving.
I feel every time they shift around and I have to move, I feel like I'm playing aim trainer.
Like I should put some extra sound in with a bit more
Coming
chaos.
down to the wire here between a black hole, a greasy nut, a dope abstract, and no power. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
Would that be a power outage?
Yeah.
2 more eliminations. It's down to a dope.
Oh, down to the
nut.
dope abstract and the greasy
Peanut.
nut.
A greasy peanut. Who's gonna win?
What a combo.
I'm not clicking on the greasy nut. I'm sorry. I can't bring myself to do it. I'll be happy if either of these get minted, but oh yeah, that's gonna win. There's no way.
Everyone wants
Can
the
we get
greasy
that?
nut.
All right.
Oh.
That was closer than I thought it was gonna be. I'm not gonna lie.
Look at all those nuts.
Yeah, that was
Like a
awesome.
greasy.
That's a lot of nuts.
All right.
Oh,
Well, that was Nomo. Ben, you want to give the
That
Nomo
was Nomo.
No more
What's
for
that?
me.
You want to tell us about Nomo, what we just did? What's the point of it?
yeah. So basically, when we play FOMO, we get to see each block going past of the nouns that we can potentially mint as the next noun. And, a lot of us are nouns enthusiasts. Some of us own nouns or fractional nouns, but a lot of us in the community do not own nouns. And
But by the
cannot
way, a
afford to
group
purchase
of
a
nouns
noun.
enthusiasts is called a mesh up, if you were wondering.
A mess up. That's a good one.
Hey-oh.
Yeah, and if there's a lot of people that love this game and watch FOMO and play with FOMO with us, and each time they go past, I kind of thought, we're connecting with these nouns, and then they're just disappearing again. We never get to see them again. So what better than to try and rescue all of the nouns that came past during FOMO, but also bake in a minimum of 30 of the previous blocks in case FOMO gets rugged. So we've still got a game to play here. But if we watch and play FOMO for a long time, we got like 60, 70, 80 of them. They'll all be there, and there's extra rounds to play on Nomo. But essentially, we grab the previous blocks that we just got to see during FOMO nouns and give them all one more chance. where we all get to mash click them and try and bring our favorites to the top in rounds that keep eliminating the lower 50% that have been voted for until there's a final face-off between the top two. And then that final one that wins is minted as an open edition that runs for 24 hours until the end of the auction, the Nouns auction, and increases in price every 15 minutes. So it incentivizes people to come and hang out on the show and play with us and mint them early in the piece, because if you're any later than 15 minutes, you're paying a premium. And, you know, there's going to be some really cool stuff we do with these that we're working on. And, you know, having,
Ben, you saw
an entire
the
collection.
sketch that I sent you today, right?
I don't know, actually.
The sketch of the thing that's being made for the Nomo people?
I may have.
Ooh, Alpha.
Cryptic.
Yeah, you know, the special edition that's being worked on by a certain artist.
Oh, yeah, the one they said to say absolutely nothing. I scrubbed that from my brain.
Oh,
until
okay, good. I did say to forget.
Yeah, Ben wiped it from his memory.
Wow,
your
your RAM wiper works really well. That's amazing.
Yeah, Ben cleared his search history after that one.
It actually really does.
Cleared his cache.
Ben, actually, that's a fun fact about Ben. He always clears his search history before 9 o'clock because you never know what could happen on 9 o'clock. So it's best to be prepared.
I mean,
I need all the RAM possible in this space. But yeah, no, I do. I remember that now, and yeah, that's insane. I'm excited about that one, to be honest.
I have a question for you about the peanut head. So does he have a small little mouth, like a cute little mouth, or is it like a big, like you mad bro troll mouth? You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's the little mouth.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but now I'm not sure. We'll have to ask Gremplin or.
Actually, yeah. Now that you point it out.
I don't know. Well, we'll have to get some authority on that at some point. But anyway,
speaking of being confused about traits, NounsDAO Amigos.
Back to our guest.
Now back to the guest.
Now back to the guest.
Now back to the guest.
Thank you.
But before you go back to the guest, don't forget to mint your Nomo. That's basically what Ben was trying to say. You can mint the Nomo for less than the price of a cup of coffee. So do that, and then we'll...
For the next 8 minutes, and then it's about the price of a cup of coffee.
I mean, it really depends on where you get your coffee, but it's more expensive than Nouns coffee.
That's true.
But
I'm actively in the process of designing an interface for it where we'll be able to see which ones we have and don't have and how many of them. And it'll be abundantly clear if you're missing certain nomos. So, and there'll be some interesting functionality if we can implement what I've been working on, where, you know, some cool swap features and stuff. So you might notice that I've been minting more than one each time because I've definitely missed a few. And when I see those holes, I'm going to need to be
Ben,
trying to find the others.
Hey, Ben, say no mo.
Yeah, say no mo. That's actually just one of a few things that I've been working on here for Nomo. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Now back to the guest. Now back to the guest. Now back to the guest.
Okay, we can take a hint.
Well, oh yeah, we haven't heard an air horn in a while, so I appreciate that. I wanted to.
Yeah, I had to hit quota.
I wanted to tell Ninguna that I looked it up, and apparently cacomistles and codis and raccoons and ringtails are all members of the Procyon, and I don't know what a group of them is called, so don't ask. Let's say a stripe of Procyon Adonize. Yes. So there we go.
I love that we're having our science class.
Yes,
this night.
That's right. We're forcing you guys into a science class after midnight.
Today's Noun O'Clock at the Noun Square is brought to you by the Discovery Channel.
And stamps.com.
and stamps.com.
We pride ourselves on uniqueness here.
That's right. What we
Yeah, but
pride ourselves
another
on is that you never know what you're going to get when you show up here, and I think we've done a good job of that.
Yeah, it's actually a really interesting strategy where we don't know what we're going to get either.
Ah. That's right. It's kind of like how people forget their seed phrase so that nobody can steal it from them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Black guy tapping head. Meme.
Just scrub it in the
Modern problems require modern solutions.
That one works too. All right. I think is it Neckfest that we have on the Nouns Amigos? That's you, right?
no, it's mono or
It's mono.
Oh, it's mono on both. That's why I was confused because you got mono.
Both monos.
You have mono up here too. It's very ironic that we have two monos up here. You should change your name to stereo. All right. So tell us a little bit about the tweet that's pinned above there. What's going on there? Noun Square Espanol.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're spinning up the Noun Square in Spanish. So the new trade of the tower is anogles with different colors from different Latin flags countries. Latin flags.
Very cool.
And so yeah, we included the green, the red, the blues, and the yellows. So yeah, it's a new endeavor here.
Very
Noun
cool.
Square in Spanish.
I think that's awesome. I know I reached out to you guys about whether you wanted to do that because JP was doing that for Brazil. And I think there's a huge amount of potential there for you guys to reach out to your individual communities who maybe just won't pay attention to some of the awesome stuff that's going here just because it's not in their native language, and that's understandable. But huge opportunity for you guys to be able to help us reach your community and create content for you guys, and maybe we can work with you to spin up a TikTok like the Noun Square Brazil has as well, and let's build this little Nounish empire media together.
I think we're almost ready for a rebrand to Nounception Square because of we just keep doing layers upon layers, and we're going to integrate so many more languages.
Well, we'll workshop
Love
the
this
name.
We need to go deeper.
We'll workshop the name, but yeah, I like the. So
yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to start talking more and more about nouns because, as you said, all the details, all the different communities, a lot can be lost if people don't understand what's going on. So hopefully we'll be able to talk about what's going on globally in nouns and also start creating new communities, new projects in Spanish. So I think there's a lot of potential there.
Well, I mean, with everything you guys are doing with Nouns Amigos, with some of the stuff that's being done by Nouns Latam as well as Psych with the Mucho Love and the DR, with Neckfest, there's so much stuff happening in Latin America already. You guys could probably easily fill a Twitter account just with daily updates of what's going on there, up and above any translations and stuff of what we're doing already. So yeah, I think it'll be a no-brainer, and can't wait to see the content that comes out of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
We're excited.
So
hopefully.
how did the spaces go earlier tonight? You had your weekly soapboxes in Espanol at 7 p.m. BST. I know you were introducing the collection and the prop house. I wasn't able to make it, unfortunately, but would love to know how it went.
Oh, it went well. A lot of people, around, 50, 60 people, new faces over there. So, and a lot of people joined the Nouns Amigos Discord, and people already asking for feedback for their proposals. So yeah, it went really, really well. So we're excited, and we're glad that went well, and people is interested in the Nouns Amigos prop house. So yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, it's day one, and I thought there was going to be no proposals at all, but we already have around 4 proposals, I think. So I mean, I don't know, that exceeded my expectancies for day one, but yeah, I mean, it seems that people is excited about the Nouns Amigos prop house.
That's amazing. There's always that existential threat with any prop house that, oh, nobody's going to put in any proposals, and then it always quickly goes to the wayside because builders love to build. So if you give them opportunities to do so, then they will. And I'm not surprised that you guys have gotten some props already because you've got a good community already. So you kind of did it the right way. You built your community first, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, this is all thanks to the community. So yeah, we're excited about it.
Amazing. So this goes for 14 days, if I read correctly, right? So there's 2 weeks that people can make proposals.
Yeah, 2 weeks. So we know it's New Year, people just getting started again. So we wanted to, to see what happens, to experiment with the first round, and so yeah, we wanted to give people time to figure out the prop house dynamic, and because a lot of people is new to the community. There are a lot of
I think that's a
people
good
that,
idea. There's no reason to rush, and it's the start of the year as well. So some people are away this week and getting up to speed and stuff. So I think that was smart to give it a bit of time.
Am I right in understanding that it's going to be limited time that people can buy these, or not buy them, but get them via Prop House, or are you going to continue running more rounds into the future?
Yeah, we plan to continue running more rounds. So we have planned to run three rounds to see what happens, and hopefully do more. For months, and just, I don't know, to see what happens in the future in a couple of months. But yeah, our plan is to keep running rounds constantly.
Yeah, amazing. Very cool. Something else, Tony just pinned this. It is the birthday of the Unicode Noggles that Matt Downey invented a year ago.
Really?
Today's the day to just share the tweet that is just the Noggles. Love it.
Did you see he minted
But
it?
he minted it. That's why I pinned it.
He minted a screenshot of the tweet.
Yeah, you got to go mint that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, 9999 helped him to mint it on Zora, and it's edition season, right? You guys knew that, right? So
yeah, I know I'm broke. I've just minted 100 different people that did it.
You know what they did is they lulled you into a false sense of security with all the free mints in 2022, and then they started making them low cost mints, and now they're 0.05 ETH, and Ben's still just pumping them out. I need 20. I need 30. And
oh my God, I have a good story that's actually, I'll keep it short, but it's along these lines with the NNS domain names. I was, just registering some cool names with the .noggles, and I was like, oh, sweet, I'm gonna get a couple of 2-letter names, and it was exactly 10x in price. So when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, 0.69, no problem. Bang, 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 sign up, grab another one, and I was like, hang on a second. I was spending nearly a whole ETH on these 2-letter NNS domains, and I thought it was.
I was going to say, you just nickel and dimed yourself to death, huh?
Yeah. Oh, it was amazing. But
so all this to say, if anyone's looking for a 2-letter NNS domain, Ben's your hookup. He can get you a real good price.
I've got a couple, yeah. I think I got too deep, and then I was like, well, I just realized what happened on the second one. And then I was like, oh, but I really want this one, though. So I got those 2, and then I left it. I'm like, I don't think I'll get any more for now.
Imagine NA.Noggles for Nouns Amigos. Wow. Wouldn't that be incredible?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Talk to my friend Ben Body here. He'll give you a real good deal. You just have to meet him. You have to meet him in the parking lot of the Noun Square. He'll be wearing a trench coat. You know what to do.
I'm just now we need to have like if there's ever like an OTC part of the Noun Square, it has to be like a parking lot in the metaverse.
It doesn't really mesh with the with the overall branding visualization of like
no, it doesn't at all.
like medieval England. A parking lot for what? No, that was a terrible medieval accent. I don't know what a medieval accent even
that was
supposed
like
to be, but
there's like vague Cockney. I don't know.
Wasn't everybody Cockney back then? I don't know. All right. So what else is new? What else can you guys share with us, Amigos? What else is coming down the pipe? Anything else that you wanted to get out there about what Amigos is doing? Don't all answer at once, though, because it makes it very hard.
No, it's just we're really excited about Prop House. As you said, we have been building the community for a couple of months now. It's been like really amazing to be part of Nouns because Mono and I ourselves started with a prop in Prop House.
Yeah, that's
just,
true. Yeah.
To kickstart the community of Nouns in Spanish. And we started with Twitter Spaces, with translating some information. And this has been growing, and it's been very like very rewarding. We have been meeting people from different countries, and we began just Mono and me, but then we met Necfast, we went Mimics, who are doing Mucho Love, we met Meshup. So we just joined forces and began thinking about Nouns Amigos, and like in the future, what could become with this community. And now we're a lot of more participants from different countries. We have from Peru, from Venezuela, from Dominican Republic, from Argentina, from Colombia, and
none from El Salvador though, because they're only allowed to own Bitcoin, so they're not allowed to own any NFTs.
Yeah, to own it. Yeah, from Panama. Yeah, so it's been like really fun to meet people all from different countries. We've been learning a lot and having fun with the different Spanish that we all speak, like different words for things. It was also very fun to choose the traits because we have like different animals, different food, and we wanted to have this Latin American vibe. And also the fairs, we've been doing the Nouns Fair in different hackathons. We've met a lot of people.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about Bogota, so tell us about that for sure.
It was amazing because there was a lot of people in the ETH hackathon in Bogota, and also for DevCon. So it was just really a lot of people that knew about Web3. Like you could just talk about anything, anything related to crypto, NFTs, DAOs.
And you guys made this
really
display,
exciting.
right? You made this display outside one of the conferences that everybody was taking pictures with and stuff. I saw that. That was really cool.
Yeah, it was a really nice spot to take pictures. I think that attracts attention from people that don't know about nouns, and they always end up asking, like, so what is this? We have the noggles and encourage people to take the photos. So they just have like a lot of fun, and we had like local games. One of them is called Bolirrana. We learned about it being there in Colombia, and people were just going crazy playing Bolirrana. Patricio Poap was there. He was just an expert in Bolirrana at the end of the weekend. It was
Of
like,
course.
Sorry, what is
That's
that?
so on brand.
What is that? It's a game, or
It's a game, like a traditional game where you like throw a little ball. Like I learned about King of the Hill in the US,
okay,
but you throw the ball and try to make it go into holes.
It's kind of like
But
skee ball,
okay,
yeah, but
but
with
it's flat. Yeah.
yeah, it's
right.
flat and you have
Yeah, it
to
is flat.
throw it
So
from a
not skee-ball.
distance. So it was just really fun. People were like having a blast in the space, and we got to meet a lot of builders from different countries that now are part of the community on Discord. And I think that's the magic of doing in real life activities, that you get to know people that are already in the ecosystem. It's easier to talk to them about nouns, and they get like really hyped with the experience. So they just want to keep learning about it. So it was really cool.
Yeah, and what I've seen is that the nouns fairs are like the Trojan horse for nouns because have a have a good time playing games and getting uh, stuff, t-shirts, stickers, and stuff like that. So when they realize that they're having a good time they come and say, okay, I had a blast here. This is fun. I got things, but what is this? Why are you here? Why are you giving us all this fun stuff and t-shirts and stickers and stuff like that? And then we start our pitch of nouns that, oh well, nouns is a DAO. Nouns fun ideas. You can do whatever you want with them. You can make a proposal, so you can join the community. You can do this and this and this, and it's CCO. So yeah, it's amazing, and I believe it's I mean, there's a lot of people in the crypto space that still don't know nouns, and um, but it's easier to onboard them because they already know the keywords, you know, like
Yeah,
DAO, wallet, ETH, NFT. So it's easier. That just makes it easier, but still, people still have these, I don't know, like questions and doubts about, are you really going to give me money to do things? I mean, is that for real? What's the catch? I mean, and people's really, yeah, I don't know, excited when they get it. Like, oh, okay, so I can make uh, basically whatever I want with nouns, and you're gonna pay me. That's awesome. So people immediately gets involved with the idea of nouns, and people that were skeptic about DAOs or NFTs immediately change their mind. I mean, some of them, not all of them, but
yeah.
but most of them, yeah.
I'm glad you
So
brought
it's
that up because it kind of leads into the topic, which is the AM building tomorrow. I just pinned a tweet that I made yesterday about how people were kind of laughing at people who had minted the This Is Nouns edition mint, and maybe some of them degened into it without knowing what it was. And then they were kind of dropping in some Nounish Discord saying, what's the roadmap or what's the utility and whatnot. And I was just saying in this tweet that, you know, it's a real opportunity for nouns for these people, like you said, who already know the keywords. They already know about crypto. They already know about NFTs, and they don't know about nouns really. Maybe they've heard nouns around, and that's part of the reason why they minted, because they know that nouns has a good reputation. But they ultimately don't know anything about how the DAO works, about how the community works, about how to get funded. And so we wanted to put on this AMA, which is scheduled for tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST, and just hopefully to be a catch-all for any of these people who bought this thing and they're wondering, what the hell do I do with it now, or what is nouns? So we're holding that tomorrow at 5 p.m. We want to do another little retweet picker, by the way, as well, to try to get the word out one last time for this. So if you go up into the nest and scroll one to the right. You'll see the tweet that starts, "You are cordially invited." Let's do a quote tweet competition because we already did a retweet picker yesterday, and so we'll get a lot of the same people, and you won't be able to enter again. So you can do a quote tweet. All you have to do is just quote with one word or a couple words about being excited for the AMA, and I'll do a draw for this as soon as this space is over here, and we'll pick a winner for 0.069, in addition to the winner for just retweeting the room by hitting the bubble at the bottom. So 2 chances to win 0.069 ETH today, and that'll help us get the word out about this AMA, and I'm looking forward to it. I think we've got 100 people already RSVP'd for it. I'm sure a lot of them are from the Nouns community, but I'm hoping that a good slice of them are maybe just sort of adjacent or people who have seen it, in relation to the This Is Nouns, and I'm curious to see what kind of questions we get, and mainly how we can redirect the energy in a positive way. Like, people might come and they may want to FUD, or they may have questions that they won't be happy with the answers to. But I think if we can sort of explain how the culture works, and like was just said by Mono, if you can sort of explain to them that you can just come here and build and spend your time and get actual paid ETH, that's better than flipping JPEGs. All of us have figured that out, and they can figure that out too, hopefully. Anyway, sorry for the spiel.
I hope that guy who going when reveal comes to the space.
Oh, I'm sure there will be lots who have that question.
I saw that and I just lost it. I was like, yep, this is why we're here.
But it's not surprising. If you rewind yourself back to 2021, early 2021, you're in a Discord and you see a bunch of people minting this, and the price is going crazy, and you just go and you hit mint 5 and you have no idea what you've minted. Of course you're going to think it's pre-reveal because you've done zero research, and because 721 editions look like pre-revealed NFTs, right? They don't look like 1155s where there's only one picture. So,
well, I think one of the other issues was that one of the marketplaces wasn't displaying the video at all. So it was like,
OpenSea. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I didn't want to keep
OpenSea not working? I'm shocked.
I know, yeah. But yeah, crazy, because then they're like, well, what actually is this though? So they got a valid question when you can't see it at all, and then have no background or history. But yeah, I love the approach that you took naturally, which is why I love working here as well, because we get to see the opportunity in onboarding people into the space when they have questions. They're seeking information and knowledge. They're obviously interested enough, whether it was to do a quick flip or it was FOMO or whatever got them in. Something made them interested, and they're asking questions, even if it does seem like an irrelevant and old question, or they're just making a joke. There's a lot of opportunity there for us to introduce nouns to these people. And, that's one of the primary utilities, which is fun to explain to them. The utility was to have this conversation with you. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, I love where this is headed, and I look forward to this AMA.
It's funny because that static image in the minting wallet gave me pause, and I thought it was a bogus mint altogether. I had to go to Etherscan to identify the contract was valid from the OpenSea.
This is crazy. I just noticed your PFP at the moment. It's POAP time. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I
was looking for that. How did you get that?
I already had the soundboard open. I opened it when you started playing it last time and jump scaring me with my own damn voice.
Well, that is good. What is that, Symbio? Is that just something you made in Playground?
No, it's a little alpha that I'll be able to share at tomorrow's show.
Ooh. Well, I wasn't going to come to that show, but now I will. I'm kidding. I was, of course, going to come. Put your noggles on. Did those mint out, by the way? I'm just looking at my own wallet and remembering that. There's so many mints. Woody, super tight Woody from the TNS team did a really cool mint of his "Put Your Noggles On" song that he produced for the Rose Parade. It was an awesome song, perfect for the setting, and yeah, kind of cool to own a piece of Nounish history. But I think it might have minted out because it was only 100. Can anyone verify if that's minted out or not?
I'm looking into it now. No, it has not. Not a lot of people have minted it. It's 0.042 ETH.
Let's pin
Looks
it
like
up
there's
top.
only 8 mints. Yeah, I'm pinning it right now.
All right. Yeah, let's get that pinned up top so people can support our boy Woody and his amazing music, his musical prowess. It was really cool to hear the song too, and like watch the parade, and it just looked so professional. It was really, really something to see.
Yeah, it's
Did
crazy.
you get to?
I watched it back and had actual tears in my eyes, and it surprised me how much emotional connection I had to all of this stuff, because it's so easy to stay emotionally detached and just keep building stuff and keep working on things, and then yeah, watching that, I'm like, it just had a totally different impact because I'm just like watching it on a TV, and it's all of this like abstract exposure, like I knew it was coming, I knew what it was going to look like and things like that, but just the way it was delivered through like the mainstream media hosts and stuff like that, I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And Seth Green talking about it and stuff, and yeah, crazy.
Seth nailed it. That was fantastic. And honestly, the parade announcers too, I think they did a really good job explaining the project in a way that everybody could understand it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was kind of obliged to, because they said, and Seth has a project called Nouns, so they kind of made it his project and announced it that way. So
Yeah, but
you
that's
could tell
fine.
when he said that, Seth thought for a second about saying something. He was like, you know what, this is too cool, and he just went with it.
He just rolled with it. Yeah, I can't blame him. That was, I mean, I would have.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good
Seth
for the
Green,
space,
manager
right?
of Nouns. Sorry, Joel, you just got bumped.
Oof.
The CEO Seth.
He'll understand.
Yeah.
Did you, Mono? Did you watch the parade?
Yeah, we watched the parade. It was magical to see Nouns on TV. That was cool.
Yeah, it was really magical. We had a little watch party in our Discord. I know some of you guys were there, but it was really fun. Really fun. Thank you to Robot Fish Girl for figuring out how to stream it into our Discord from KTLA direct. That was really neat.
Yeah, it was a shame I couldn't make that. It was a crazy o'clock for me. So I'm glad that they, record. Well, I'm actually super glad that we made a short version. So thanks for that as well. It was
yeah, of course.
Yeah, that made it easy for me to.
I was actually already planning on recording the show, and then I was like, you know what? I'm already recording this into OBS. I can literally stream to Discord the same way simultaneously, and it won't change anything. The only thing I'm kind of annoyed with is if you look closely, you can see that my mouse got captured in the recording on the interview, which annoyed me ever so slightly.
Did you take your mouse?
Yeah, oh, yeah, like my cursor.
I need sleep. I thought you meant like a pet mouse. I don't know why.
Yes, Tony. My pet mouse that I definitely have got captured in the screen record.
Are you going to? Okay, that's true. But are you going to make it sound like it would be really weird for Robot Fish Girl to have a pet mouse? Because I don't think that's
okay. Yeah, that's fair. I have had a squirrel before.
She's like, oh no, I would never have a mouse. I would have a more obscure exotic rodent. How dare you?
It wasn't even. I just found it and she climbed into my pocket. It's not my fault.
We've all been there. Hey, Ross.
I'll show you. I'll send you pictures later.
Robot Fish Girl Cinderella confirmed. No, Prof. Werder, what's up?
Hi. I just wanted to say hi, and I appreciated you guys streaming into the Discord too, so that I could chat with you and share live photos and videos from the parade. It was a lot of fun. So,
Yeah,
and I
That
don't know
was
why
so
I'm
cool.
awake.
Thank you for doing
still,
that.
I am having time zone issues, so I should not be awake right now, but I am. So,
I was going to say, you don't usually come to these late spaces.
I'm really tired, but I can't sleep. So there we go.
Yeah, it's like time to get up for you in about 5 hours, right? 4 hours.
Like I literally will be getting up in about 4. So this is a problem, but
Crazy.
we'll figure it out.
What could go wrong?
I also just have to highlight Symbiotex PFP because I would gladly change mine to the same. However, Elon gets mad when you do that. So you'll see tomorrow more info, and that is some very, very, very fun alpha.
Wait, how do you know the alpha?
I know the alpha because I am involved in the
She's
alpha.
part of the alpha.
Speaking of Elon's check, there was one other edition that was minted either this morning or yesterday. Did you guys see the checks mint from Jack Busher?
I sure did.
No, I didn't.
I grabbed a few. It's basically just a single square with different color versions, essentially, of the Twitter check, and it just says this artwork may or may not be notable. it's a very
interesting.
He's the
close
Damien
to
Hirst
free,
of Twitter.
mint. Like, I don't know.
Amazing.
We're
I did see that.
We're degenerating into a lot of stuff in edition season.
Yeah.
But always make sure that you are on the correct Twitter account that you think you are, or that you are on Zora, or that you are on a trusted site before you mint this shit.
Yeah, usually it's going to be Zora or Manifold for most of these drops. Just make sure it's the actual Zora or the actual Manifold site that they're linking you to, because it's too easy to clone the Twitter accounts with fake characters and stuff. It looks legit and just isn't.
Speaking of which, there was a couple fake Nouns accounts actually that popped up after the This Is Nouns kind of went a little wild, and people, scammers saw some opportunities. So we posted about one, and there was another one as well that I saw. So just be ever vigilant that you're not clicking anything off of a random Nouns. How I saw it is that I saw that we got followed by this NounsDAO site, and I'm like, well, that's weird because we were already followed, and I clicked through and it was like 300 followers or whatever. So just obviously be very critical of these fake accounts out there trying to scam you and take all of your crypto. So, yeah,
they just want the JPEGs or the on-chain.
They want all of our JPEGs. What they're really after is your nomos. Actually, a lot of people don't realize that. So it's dangerous.
Yeah, nomos are actually surprisingly valuable.
I mean, now that there's the Greek peanut.
Did you see Crypto Novo got his CryptoPunks his PFP stolen? I don't know if you know who that is, but pretty famous.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
it's his whole identity.
Really. It was bad.
Built so much IP around that.
Can he
lost
like prosecute them for identity theft or no?
I think he's working through some of that, but it's really. I mean, he lost a lot of big, very big NFTs, including punks and apes and all kinds of stuff.
There was also that Bitcoin core dev who lost like a ridiculous amount of Bitcoins recently.
Was that recent? I saw the Bitcoin maxis not really talking about it, but other people bringing it up. And
it was 3 days ago or something. But he lost like something like I want to say like 30,000. Does that make sense? 3,000 Bitcoin maybe. Yeah, a lot of Bitcoin. Anyways,
It was Luke Dash, right? Luke Dash Jr. Yeah.
How many did he lose?
I can't remember how many because I just saw the stuff. I thought it was actually old, and he was just like reminiscing and talking about it and whatever, or someone was. I didn't realize it was recent. That's terrible.
But anyway, apparently, what happened in his case is he was hacked. His server was hacked a while back, and then he didn't change any of his hardware setups or anything after that. So someone obviously laid dormant for a while, and then struck and steal his seeds.
Yeah, I mean, guys like that, it's it'd be people's life mission. Like, what my uncle is an accountant, right? And his partner used to like fancy cars, and like we've all seen fancy cars, whatever, anything from like $250,000 to $2 million worth, and he would have the like actual security with him all the time, guarding the cars. If he had it at his office, he would have it parked about 15 feet from his desk that looked right out the door to the car. Like he couldn't leave it because there's constantly people following him trying to take the car. So like it's the most insane thing, and that's only like that's less than $2 million. You know what I mean? Like what the hell? Like,
This is like those people that can't wear their Bored Apes merch, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, the good thing about Nouns is like it's CC0, so anyone wearing Nounish merch like could be broke as. It's like it's free artwork.
Most of us are.
Yeah, exactly.
If I owned a Bored Ape, what I would do is print a bunch of Bored Ape T-shirts and then ship them to the Goodwills all over the country, so that everybody would be wearing them. And I mean, no one can track it back to me. They can't sue me. And then now I can go out for dinner in my ape shirt and not get $5 wrench attacked.
Exactly, that's right. It's like, oh, he's wearing one of those 150 hoodies. Like, we got to get him. It's crazy. Like, yeah, if that wasn't a target.
Robot Fish Girl just tweeted an actual squirrel that she had as a pet, so that has been independently verified.
I have a mouse and 2 squirrels.
Wow, do they get along?
See, it's not just me.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, see, it's not weird. I was like, well, what's that?
I said they were asking if they missed the Poe app and they really like the peanut Nomo from tonight.
Well, speaking of Poe app, let's deliver the Poe app. I'm not sure if Ryan's able to jump on right now. So I've edited it and got it ready to go. So if you don't have the PoApp app already, you can get it at poapp.xyz or from Play Store or iOS App Store. Once it's downloaded and you've got your address in there or email address and have that set up, most of us probably do, then you just hit the mint button and then the secret word button. And then today's secret word is, it's a donkey. All one word. A donkey.
Es un burrito.
I see what you did there.
The crazy thing is he set this yesterday, so it's, I don't know how.
It's actually quite funny because I got a friend who's minting an AI donkey project, 150 pieces of donkeys this week.
Amazing.
I don't know if any of them have noggles, but yeah.
Well, I better get on to that friend.
Get some noggles on that ass. That's what I always
Nice.
Okay, last call for quote tweeting that you are cordially invited to meet the Nouns. Last call is for that, and then I'm going to.
I got a drum roll ready for you this time.
Okay, well, I have to do the retweet picker first, so let me do that first. Retweet picker. What else is going on tomorrow? Anyone want to run through the soapbox schedule while I'm doing this?
I
don't have it handy. Give me 1 second. I think I can find it.
I do. So tomorrow, on the Noun Square, we have got the Look Prop House. The soapbox at 2 p.m. EST, 5 p.m. UTC, about all of the props that are going on with Lil Nouns. 2 hours after that starts, at 4 p.m. EST or 9 p.m. UTC, there's the House of Nouns prop talk, all about the proposals that are going on. The big event of tomorrow is at 5 p.m. EST, 10 p.m. UTC. That is our AMA about all things nouns. So if you have any questions about nouns and after today's space, I wouldn't blame you if you did. You can come join us at 5 p.m. EST tomorrow, and we will be able to answer any questions that you've got.
First question, that, who are these people? Who hired these people? And why are they being entrusted with this daily space?
Honestly, yeah, that's a question I ask myself every day, and I work here. Then today, at 6:30 p.m. immediately after that, 6:30 p.m. EST, we've got Little Sisters, which is a subgroup within Lil Nouns, was built for bringing forward like marginalized genders, women and non-binary folks. Gonna have their soapbox. I'm not sure if there's a guest.
And so I can tell you that. Yeah, let me tell you. And tomorrow we'll be talking with NounsDAO Brazil and learning what they're going to be planning and what they have coming up. And then after that, like that'll be the first half of the show. Second half, we're going to be talking about the Rose Parade and talking with Pixel about all that she did in terms of getting a lot of the merch and swag that was sent out there, and just kind of talking about that and sharing that information, and also just talking a little bit about our upcoming new proposal that'll be going up shortly.
That's awesome. That's going to be so much fun. And it's right on the heels of the AMA. So if you come for the AMA and you've got a little bit more time, you should absolutely come to Little Sisters Days. And then just an hour and a half after that starts tomorrow is a really full day for us. We've got the NARS Jam session. Len, do you have any info on that?
Yeah, I mean it's a weekly space that we do where we gather with the NARS community and we all just jam on what's been happening for the week. There's been a few little updates recently in terms of direction and what's going on. So yeah, it'll be a good space to chat about the future of NARS into 2023.
Awesome. And then to cap off the evening, well, technically it's going to be at about 12:30 EST the following day, but 24 hours after the beginning of this space and a little bit, we're going to have 9 o'clock again, and then we're going to do it all again the next day.
And guess what, Robot Fish Girl? I literally just got a reply back while we were on the space here that we're going to have Punk 7642 Volko is going to be dropping by tomorrow's space.
Yes.
Yeah, he was going to confirm with us, and he just confirmed that he's available tomorrow night. So that's awesome. He is a really cool guy. He posted a thread yesterday or the day before about why CC0 is superior to other licensing for a lot of reasons and why he bought a noun. Yeah, if you can.
Already on it.
Is it? Yeah. Okay, I'm looking for it as well.
I've got it on my account. So
honestly, probably one of the best threads on CC0 that I've seen, and I've seen a lot of threads on CC0. But I really liked what he said, and we'll talk about this with him tomorrow. But about how licensing. Like non-CC0 licensing is at the mercy of the court, right? So like if you can't enforce it with a social contract and you need a legal system to be able to enforce it, that's like 2 vectors of centralization, because you can only use it how Yuga says you can use it in the case of apes, for example. And then on top of that, you have to enforce it using the courts. So that's another layer essentially of centralization on top of that. And I really have fallen in love with that idea. It's something that Seneca has talked about as well before, about contracts in the meat space. And I've mentioned it on this space a few times, but about how, at the end of the day, most small contracts in the real world are just handshake agreements anyway, because they're so difficult to enforce in a court of law anyway. So in those ways, blockchain opens up so many more awesome ways of collaborating and, having contracts that are literally enforceable by code. So bit of a rant there, but it was really cool to see his thread, and I look forward to digging into that with him tomorrow.
I'm really excited for that, because I mean we had a little a little interesting interaction earlier where we realized we were both trying to schedule the same guest. So I'm excited for that. I really wanted him to come on, so I'm glad that's happening.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's why, because you messaged him too, and he's like, "Wow, these assholes are really persistent. I better go."
After you told me that you were already talking to him, I just sent him a message, and I was like, "And I've just been informed you are already being scheduled. Please disregard the 6 messages I did."
Hey,
that's a testament to like the behind the scenes work and what goes behind the show. Man, it's exciting.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we could probably save some money if we only booked our guests once instead of 4 times, but we're going to work on that for going forward. We'll try to only have one person booking the same guest at the same time. I have 2 winners for you if you are ready. Do you have a drum roll for me?
I do.
All right. So this is for the quote tweet. The quote tweet winner is Fly High 203. The beautiful mushroom. Beautiful mushroom. What was the name of that collection again? That mushroom noun. They came on, and I'm blanking on what the name of that collection was. Do you see him down there? Fly High with the mushroom noun. Oh, he actually
I can't even see them.
He left the space. He was here when I drew it, though. So should we still give it to him?
Yeah, I'd
I
give it to
think
him.
so.
He's in the space a lot, so we'll
Yeah,
send him a message. Congratulations, Fly High.
Yeah.
And then I have the.
I think
the
if you
retweet
already
picker.
knew his PFP, I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should give it to him.
He's here all the time.
All right. And then I've got another winner here. Need another drum roll, though, or I just can't. David T. Fung. Congratulations. You're the next contestant on the Noun is Right. Dun, 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 dun. You won 0.069 ETH, which now you'll be able to use to upgrade from AOL nouns to high-speed nouns. So congratulations. By the way, I saw that David was able to get his hands on one of those coveted nouns jumpsuits. So I'm speaking of $5 wrench attacks. I would be very careful wearing that around town, David. I might, if I see you.
Cody, just contact Pixel. She'll hook you up. Come on.
I know, but that wasn't as fun as
that's not as fun as threatening physical violence live.
Okay, well, I think that's all we've got
Not
for you
legal
tonight.
advice, but don't do that. Don't
My
do the
my
wrench.
probation
Not a good
officer
idea.
says I have to sign off for the night, so we'll have to leave it there. Did we get anything? We did the POAP. Did we talk to our guest? Yeah, we did talk to our guest. Okay,
I think we did just a bit.
Yeah, excellent. I think we got through everything. We minted a noun.
Right? We firmly established that kangaroos and burros are different animals.
That's right.
Which I think is their biggest accomplishment today. We made a breakthrough in biology.
What you guys need to do, we suggested the same thing to NounsDAO Brazil, Mono, but you guys should take some of your best traits in like 3 months' time, like put together a package maybe of like 5 of your best head traits, and then you should make a proposal to have them added to the Genesis like nouns collection. That'd be pretty cool.
I love the donkey head, by the way. I really do. Like I think it's different enough from the kangaroo that it actually does add something. So I would absolutely say that should be one of them.
Yeah, one of the main differences is
I'm going to steal that for NounsDAO Africa. I'm going to steal that idea for NounsDAO Africa. That's a great idea. I love it.
All ideas are CC0 on this, except for that one earlier about the the nouns of association.
Fractional grouping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't steal that one. I'm going to make that one when we get done.
Love the idea. Love it.
The main difference between kangaroos and donkeys, RFG for future, is the kangaroos are the ones that are hopping on their hind legs.
You know what? That's a good point. I never thought of that.
This is true.
Thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome.
They also hunt, from what I hear.
Do we have a Greasy Void song?
I mean, I've got a Void song, and it's electro swing, so it's close enough. Thank you so much for coming to join us at 9 o'clock at the Noun Square. I mean, listen to it.
Thanks for coming. Thanks
Electro
for joining.
swing sounds like a dangerous toy. A dangerous children's toy. A child was killed yesterday by the electro swing.
It's We'll see you all tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST, 10 p.m. UTC for the Nouns AMA. Make sure to share that around with as many people as you can. It's going to be a good one.
I think it will be.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Thanks for having us. Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
Thanks for
amigos.
joining us.
Yeah, thanks for
You're
coming in.
welcome back anytime, amigos. Just say the word.
Thank you. Adios, amigos.
Adios.
Adios.
Oh shoot, I'm so sorry. 1 second, I played the wrong one. I meant to play my Spanish air horn.
Please go to snouts.com.